Please help me welcome Toastmaster Noordin.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Fellow Toastmasters, good evening once again. Without much ado, let us proceed to the evaluation session. When I first heard about Toastmasters, I Googled and was able to find the email address of 5 Toastmasters. And I wrote to them. Only one of them replied and he invited me to come to Oasis Toastmasters Club. Without that Toastmaster, I could not have been in Toastmasters, and I owe all my Toastmasters to him. Please help me welcome the evaluator of MS Haider Toastmaster, Dr. Shakir Andi.
The crowd was ecstatic, the mood was festive, and the sound was deafening. This was the opening of this speaker, who was attempting his CC project number 5, Your Body Speak, and he started the opening with his body gestures. Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests, good evening and Assalamu Alaikum. He started his speech with the title, A Cricket Match. The body was full of incidents regarding the accident, the cricket match, how they inducted in an emergency basis new players, and how the spies came inside and how the spies wanted to. Till that time, I was not knowing that it was a young player in the form of MS Haider is going to come on the field. So he had a personal story, because any speech should have a personal story. This is an advantage. He has given a vivid picture. So many good vocabularies he has used. And at times he has given us some humor in the body part. But the whole body was full of cricket match. A person from the Indian subcontinent would have followed him very closely what he was saying. But maybe a person from Middle East or any other person who doesn't know ABC of cricket will not be able to follow him what he was speaking. Then at the end, conclusion, he came up with a message. A message that you should have a teamwork, and teamwork can create miracles. And whenever there is any problem, you should relax and you should intelligently think how to overcome that problem. So these were the message which we found at the end of it. Now I would like especially to advise my speaker, MS Haider, that the project was Body Speak. You have to not only have the facial expression, the gestures of the hand, the body gestures. When you are describing a cricket match, you should have some action of bowling, some action of batting, which will be additional credit goes to you then. Secondly, which I would like to advise you is, my personal opinion is, I have heard here a person, a friend of mine who have very good vocabularies. I think you are the second, and I am very much sure that you may compete. Third is, try to prepare more. Go slow. You are a talented person. This is what I find. But the way you are running, I think you are losing, or the audience is losing a very good speaker in you. Back to you, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dr. Shakir, for such an emphatic evaluation. A good teacher and coach is the one that spreads his or her goodwills beyond their comfort zones. Toastmaster Sadiq Khan, our VP Education, such a Toastmaster, and always challenge us to take a challenging assignment. I'm really glad that you assigned me this role today, and for sure that Toastmaster Abdullah will also be glad to their evaluation. Toastmaster,
thank you, Mr. Chairman. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening. And especially Toastmaster Abdullah. I'll evaluate your speech on the objectives of your speech and how you achieved them as a speaker. Toastmaster Abdullah, your objectives were three, basically. First one was strong opening and conclusion. And I must commend that you made a very good opening. In a sense, you took us, if you recall, that was a very good technique to grab the attention of the audience, and you took us down to memory lane. And you concluded fantastically with recommendations, which is a typical speech. You have a beginning and end with some recommendations. You had a message and you had recommendations. That was fantastic. Secondly, your speech should have had good transitions, which you were quite good even at that point. You started your speech telling us something on Ponzi schemes, then you gave a live example, and then you went on to conclude the speech, and it was quite without any hitches. Having said that, Toastmaster Abdullah, you opted for a subject which is a little dry one. And I really was thinking, oh my God, this is something I don't like very much. This mutual funds and shares and investment is something which is not to my liking. But you made me today, you educated me on that front. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abdullah. You could have, there are a few recommendations which will help you improve as a speaker. Of course, this is your second project and you did wonderfully well. But the recommendations are that you were a little too fast with your speech. If you could have gone slowly, you had good points of information which we as audience could have really gained more from your speech, and you could have elaborated a little further by selecting a part of what you were going to share with us. So the speed could have been slowed, so we could have got more out of you. You were a bit, I think the subject did not allow you much voice modulation. So next time when you select a topic, see that it allows you more scope as speaker, so that it is more enjoyable to hear you as well. I know you have tremendous potential as a speaker, and we all are waiting to see that all your potential as a speaker. And I commend you that you have achieved all the objectives of your second project, and hope to see other speeches in that you do very well as a speaker. Back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.